Alright friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Angel, and today we're going to be doing my October TBR. I lost my voice recently and it's still not like 100% back, so I apologize for what's going on here, but we just have to film this. Sitting down to film this video has made me realize like how unprepared I am for the fall season. I'm wearing a black t-shirt to try to match, and I have like a cinnamon apple candle up here, and that's it. If you guys haven't noticed, my cart looks a lot more full again. If you guys watched my September TBR, I had like no books on it. Then my birthday happened in September and I got a lot of books. So this isn't even a lot of them because also behind me, you guys can't see, there's like a huge stack of then the next books in all these series. Like for example, I have like Royal Assassin, next book's down there, Chain of Iron, next book's down there, this whole series, this Restless series, this whole 7-book series. It's all just kind of chilling back here, so that once I pick one of these books, I can replace it and then keep going with that series if I'd like to. You guys probably all seen this video a million times now. We're doing a TBR prompt jar by lovely Miss Rachel Catherine. I have things in here related to the genre, what's on the cover, if I've read and enjoyed the author before. Literally, there's like 50-something prompts in here, and I just pick one of these and then use it to help me pick a book off my TBR for the month. I think I'm gonna do 8 again. Normally do 8. I think that's like a good range for this month, I feel like. So we're gonna do 8. Ones I'd love to read. So these ones here are technically rereads, this area, because I annotated my very first book this week and I loved it. I did say I want to annotate a couple more standalones first, just kind of get used to it. And so standalones I'd love to pick are Malibu Rising, Babel, or Nightingale, and then obviously I'd love to read these series, but not one to do like a October spooky TBR, but obviously I'm gonna be leaning heavily towards fantasy and then some thrillers. But literally the only thriller I have on my entire TBR cart is this one from Book of the Month called Sleep Tight. There's no other thrillers or anything on here, so it's gonna be more of a fantasy month, I'm thinking. So clearly Mistborn, I did just read it last month, but now that I have my physical copy of it, I would like to go back and reread it before I go with the rest of the series and annotate it. That's a series I do want to annotate. Yes, I've been having more of these 3. I'd like to read like Mistborn. When the Moon Hatch is daunting, but I really want to read it. Powerful, and I'm gonna cry. I'm excited. I just finished Scythe and it was really interesting, and I have the second book on here that I would enjoy to read. An Ember in the Ashes series I have to start, and same with the Wolf Den. Yeah, mostly fantasy. I only have like these little romances here. We're trying to have a fantasy month. Oh my goodness. So my sink does this and the building tells us it's normal and the whole building's going through it. I've never heard it that loud and go on like that long before, so I was kind of concerned. So we're gonna have a fantasy-ish month and 8 books. So pick number 1 is blue on the cover. When the Moon Hatched has some blue on it, but I almost like classify that more as like silver. Chain of Iron. What I'm really like looking at down here is A Song to Drown Rivers, which was my book of the month pick for September. Looks beautiful, kind of like it's like a historical fantasy kind of vibes. Not gonna lie, I think I am gonna do Chain of Iron because I'm so close to finishing Cassandra Clare's series. I literally have this and then Chain of Thorns now. And then we're gonna put Chain of Thorns, the last book, in its place. This whole TBR, we're probably gonna be like taking books off and putting them back on and not getting our actual overall number down, but it is what it is. 2 we're gonna do. I have like, oh, one like flew out. Does that count? No, I'm gonna pick the one that I have in my hand. We're gonna do that one, put this one back. This is just one. Oh. Okay, a 5+ word title. So, there's A Court of Thorns and Roses. That reread's gonna hit so good. An Ember in the Ashes, A Song to Drown Rivers. Okay, so I'm not sure I'm quite ready to read A Court of Thorns and Roses yet, if I'm being 100% honest, but there is, these 2 are my options. So once again, A Song to Drown Rivers, which I really want to read, and then An Ember in the Ashes. Sidebar, this cover kind of came where like the spine goes a little bit over and then it's a little bit not here, which makes me a little bit mad, but I feel like it's a sign to read this because it's come up twice now, but also like I really want to start this. We're gonna do this one. And then you guys know the drill by now. We're gonna put the next book on it. I just love these covers, they're stunning. So we're putting on A Torch Against the Night, which is the second book in that series. If I don't have another chance to pick that book though, I might be kind of sad. But I'm really excited about both these. Pick 3, a 2-word title. Okay, we're going with the numbers here today. Malibu Rising, that might be it to be honest. Royal Assassin, Fly Away, Pineapple Street, Love Unwritten, The Bodyguard, ooh, or Sleep Tight. Even though I was saying I wanted a spooky and like fantasy month, I do think I want at least like one kind of light rom-com in there for a little bit of a break. And so I think I'm gonna go with this one. So the books I got for my birthday, I'm really excited about it. I haven't read any Catherine Center, but her books are always so highly rated from everybody. So I think we're gonna go with The Bodyguard for this one. Okay, 4, a literary fiction. That could work for that. You know, the literaries I think I have are Pineapple Street and Fly Away. But I think I am gonna do Malibu Rising, just to have another guaranteed standalone that I'm gonna be rereading and annotating, just kind of get used to it again before I dive into a bunch of the series. And also, I just love this book so much, I'm gonna reread it, so for this one. Okay, all fantasy and thriller. We are halfway. This is pick 5. I'm like digging to the bottom of this thing. Okay, pick 5. A book I bought because of the cover. Okay. So now I think I can either do the second book, A Torch Against Night from The Ember and the Ashes, but I think I want to do, I could do A Song to Drown Rivers, because that was like honestly the first thing that drew me to this book was how gorgeous this cover is, because you see this. Also, The Wolf Den, though, I bought this because the cover too, I thought it was really cool. And this is actually on a past TBR that I didn't read. And that's why it's back on here. But to be honest, the fact that this is the 3rd prompt I could have picked this book for, I think is a sign that I should read it this month. So we're going to go with A Song to Drown Rivers finally for this pick. This TBR is looking really good, I'm not gonna lie to anybody. I'm like digging way down to the bottom here. We're gonna go with this one. Perfect. It's a thriller / mystery, and I think once again the only one I have on here is Sleep Tight. I'm also really happy that means bringing both my book of the month picks this month, because you guys know I'm really trying hard to stay on top of these nowadays. And this one is about like the sole survivor of a serial unaliver is now helping somebody try to find like the copycat killer of that guy. It gives Criminal Minds episode, and I'm very excited for it. I'm happy I have a spooky read, but that was pick 6. We only have 2 more. I might pick 9 books. I might have to, we'll see. Pick 7. Green on the cover. Okay, you know what? I could do Powerful, which I am being really drawn. Chain of Thorns. Or another good choice would be Thunderhead. That's a lot of green. I think I'm gonna say Powerful, just because I really want to read this, and I feel like if I keep putting it off, I'm not going to, because I am terrified to read this book, because obviously we know what's gonna happen, but I think I'm gonna do it. Also, just like a quick little easy novella I can get through, not gonna be too crazy, it'll be a fun time. Also, to be putting this one on, my boyfriend did really good, and he got me the UK covers of these, which I really wanted because they're paperback, and also because the novella is the same size as the other 2 books in the series. If you get them in the US, the novella is like way shorter than the other 2, so I like how it's this way better. So I might take this one off. This is on the TBR, and this is gonna go on the cart. Okay, friends, this might be the last pick. We'll see how I'm feeling. I might do one more. I kind of want to do one more. Someone else picks. Also so exciting. Come on a second. Ty! Do you want to come out here for a second? I got that prompt again where somebody else picks a book for my TBR, so do you want to pick my book for me? Do you want to know any of them are... Are you okay? Do you want to know what any of them are about or no?
Is there ones I can't pick, or I don't know?
Any of these you can pick. The only thing is these ones, like these ones here, I have read before and I'd be rereading them. And these are all like my new books that I have never read before. Thunderhead? You don't know anything about any of them?
Nope.
Nope, this one you're picking?
Thunderhead.
Pick. Do you know which one this is?
Is it the Scythe?
Yeah, it's the next book, the Scythe one. Or the Scythe one.
No, Scythe.
Okay. So he picked Thunderhead, I think it's because he's been seeing me read Scythe the past week or so. He kept making fun of me because I was saying the name wrong. So he picked this one as the next one I read. So I put the final book in that series on the cart. I think I do want to do one more. Especially because one's a reread and one's a novella, I feel like we can definitely fit one more in. Yeah, we're just gonna do one more. That one. And you know why I dropped the other one? I could see through the light that had the smiley face on it, which means it's a freebie, which would have been nice to pick, but oh, I kind of regret that now. But I'm gonna do this one. Pretty much the same thing. It's a fantasy, so it's a free pick fantasy. So pretty much my fantasy ones, I think. A Torch Night is fantasy. I think The Wolf Den is like some sort of fantasy. And then these guys here. I'm not gonna pick either of these because I'm already reading that series this month. Royal Assassin, I'm not gonna read unless like the mood really strikes, because if you guys don't remember, that was the first book, The Assassin's Apprentice, was the book I read that put me into that like month and a half long reading slump. So I'm not gonna do that one. But then I don't think I'm ready to read the monster that is When the Moon Hatched. This one I feel like has to be the kind of one where I just pick up because I want to read it. And if I do it on my Kindle, I feel like it's not gonna be like I'll read it mixed of both, but this is like a hefty man to read, you know? It's not even that long. It's less than 700 pages. It just looks like a brick and a half. But also Haley got this one for me because I want to read it so that I can tell Haley what I thought about it. But also really want to pick Mistborn. I know like I just read it, but I want to reread it to like annotate it and then keep going with the series. I think I'm gonna do this one so I can tell Haley what I think about it. And because she got it for me, don't read it. Okay, friends, we've picked 9 books. And when I went to go pick 9, I was like, oh, I'll do 9 and I'll just pick a 10th anyways. But after picking The Brick, I think I'm just gonna do 9 because this is like 2 in 1. So I'm very excited, very fantasy heavy. I think I have like 5 fantasy books, a dystopian, a thriller, and like 2, like 1 literary, 1 rom-com. So it's a very good mix. But to go over all the books we picked, for a book with blue on the cover, I chose Chain of Iron. For a 5+ word title, I chose An Ember in the Ashes. For a 2-word title, I chose The Bodyguard. For a literary fiction, I chose Malibu Rising. It's gonna be a reread. For a book I bought because of the cover, I'm gonna choose A Song to Drown Rivers. For a book with green on the cover, I chose Powerful. This is the novella in the Powerless series. For a thriller/mystery, I chose Sleep Tight. For a book somebody else picks, my boyfriend chose Thunderhead. And then for a fantasy read, I chose When the Moon Hatched. Alright, that is a very exciting October TBR I have lined up. And if you guys don't know me, like when I set a TBR, it will be read. Like it's not like, oh, maybe if I get to it. Like I think even on my September TBR, I think there's still 4 books I haven't read yet and it's the 22nd. But I have like a reading challenge this week and then a 24-hour readathon that I'm doing this weekend. So they're going to be read. I think what's like fun about the TBR cart right now is that pretty much this whole cart is books that I've recently bought. So they're books that like I've just bought, I'm excited about reading, and they haven't like sitting there for a while. And so all these books are ones I think literally besides my reread and Chain of Iron, all these books are for my birthday book haul. So they're all like brand new to the cart. I'm excited about all of them. I'm excited to dive in. As always, if there's any like specific videos you guys want to see with any of these, please let me know. If you guys like today's video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm also on TikTok, Angel's Book Corner, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.